Hello and welcome back. In this second part of our video about data evaluation, I want to show you what we can do now with this Mint data frame. We open our example report again. We execute the query. And then now we open our Jupyter Notebook as we've left it from the last time. So the first thing that I would like to show you is that we can not only have here code in there. Now you see it says code here. In this cell we have code, source code, so to speak, Python code. We can also have markdown language or comments. And that is, if you later go into this Jupyter Notebook, it is always helpful to see some comments or what you did here, so that you remember what the purpose of this was. And in this video, I want to show you, for those of you who are familiar with Oracle, how to compare the Python statement with the respective Oracle statement. I hope that makes sense. So for you who knows about Oracle, I think this might be helpful. So the first thing is I delete this and I make this cell a markdown cell like this. So it looks like this a little bit. And then we say, I put the Oracle statement. So in Oracle, we would say describe mint df. And again, shift return. So this is this. And now I show you how this is done in Python. So here, the same statement here is mint df.info brackets, just like this. So again, shift return, and you get now this information about our Mint data frame. You see, we have grades, we have ID, we have RI as our columns, and in every column we have 22,843 rows, and every column is non-null object, and that means it's a string. Every column here is a string. We will see later what that means here, but every column is a string, so an alphanumeric object. That's what we have. So by default, if we get the mint df by default, every column is a string. So this is the mint df. Now we take the next one. This is to get information. Now again, I say we want to have a markdown. And this time I want to have, this is the Oracle statement, select star from mint df. This is the Oracle statement. Now how this is done in Python. Very easy, as we saw it already from the last time. The only thing you have to do is mint df. That's what you do, and here you have that. That corresponds to this select star from mint underscore df. If you only want to see certain, let's say the first 2 or 3 or 4 rows, there is another statement. I want to show you this as well. Mint df head. And then you can say in brackets, I want only to see the first 5 or let's say 3 entries. Right? And now you have just the first 3. That's the Python. Now let's say we only want to see, and we go back to the Oracle statement, we only want to see certain columns. So again, our markdown to make the comment. And the comment is, for example, select grades RI from mint df. That would be the Oracle statement. Now, how do we do that in Python? Very easy. Mint df, capital brackets, and then we give the grades and RI in form of a list, and a list in Python is again brackets. So we say grades, comma, RI. That is all we have to do. Let's see, and here we are. So this is the statement in Python. same thing. So Oracle, select grades RI from mintdf. Here we say mintdf, capital bracket, grades RI. Now let's say, for example, we only want to see certain rows. So in Oracle, the statement might be like this. Select, forgot this. Select star from mintdf where, let's say, grades is a 3, right? How do we do this here? If we only want to look for those rows, you can see we have a 3 here, where the grades is a 3. How do we do this one? So in Python we say mintdf, capital bracket, and then we go and say the grade grades, mintdf grades, just to say the grades, is 3. We have to put this here like this because at the moment it is not a number, it is still a string. In the next video I want to show you how you can change that. So at the moment we have just this, where mintdf, where the grades of mintdf is 3. If we do it like this, the result is not exactly what we were looking for, right? You see now where there's a true, true, false, false. This is not exactly what we want. So we have to give this whole statement to the data frame as a selector. So mintdf bracket and a closing big bracket. And if we do it now, we get exactly what we were looking for, right? All the grades where the grades is 3. And that corresponds to this Oracle statement. So I can copy this. If I wanted to do something like this now, to say, okay, what is more than 3, right? Like this. This at the moment will not work. We get an error message. So in my next video, I will show you how we are able to convert the string column into integer or number columns, so that this is also possible. Right. So I will delete this and I save it by clicking here. See you in the next video.